We're gonna have to do it like this
Yeah,
because I can't get my other stuff to turn on. We had a whole hailstorm pass through, and all the power just went out.
You must be in North Carolina then,
Um,
Adrian. No? No, you're
South Te-
Central.
South Texas.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So where were we? We can talk about
oh
two things
shit.
before we get off. I don't think Kurt is probably coming back. That was his way out.
Yeah, he was like, shit, thank God.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
didn't look
he
very happy to be here
He would
tonight.
all right.
Sorry.
no. He goes to bed early, so he'll cut us. We're the ones that keep him up late. That's just the way I put it. So um, we can talk
I go to bed
about.
early. I go to bed early too, but hey, we're talking about tools, so I'm going to be up till 10 o'clock. No
Let's
worries.
There you go.
let's go.
Let's see if I can adjust this real quick.
So
So
I was
all my.
talking with Jake real quick.
Go ahead.
I gave up smoking, gave up drinking, gave up food. Ain't but one more vice left, and I damn sure ain't giving that up, guys. Sorry.
Okay.
Well, we appreciate you for it.
Yeah.
Like I even said, because Kurt was like, Adrian was like, yo, we got a guest from Diversity Tech. We're trying to figure out who it was. I was like, yo, if it's Scott, like the dude who's like, he's just hyped as hell about
Yeah.
introducing us to the tools like at the shows. I was like, oh, it's on. So again,
Absolutely.
we surely do appreciate you. But
You're quite welcome.
Adrian, what you doing up there, dog? Yeah,
I have
no.
to go run out
Also,
and get my power station.
The Milwaukee one or the
record a
DeWalt one?
video so you have something to.
No, it's the cheap one that I have to charge my batteries. I'm gonna see if we're on actually.
Should get the
It's
DeWalt one where you can do the
I
four
think we
different
are,
flex
dude. I
volts
mean,
and
it's still
plug in
got the number.
refrigerator.
what am I hooked
Dude,
up
I
to?
used to always want that one. Like the carry-on looking one that
Yep.
it says we're on there, dog. I mean, I can't tell. Let me
Well, if
see.
anything, it'll come out recorded.
Wait, I don't know if we. All right, cool. Let's
Well,
keep
I don't
going
know. Some
then.
people, some people
So
say they
what
can
is
see
the
us.
next thing we can look forward to?
Well, I mean, when we with the we've got 5 and 9 CFM vacuum pumps that are coming that are going to be those are pretty cool.
That was going to be my next
They,
question because I think where I left off was I know you, 2CFM is kind of your entrance to that, and I think
yes,
like 5, 6 is a good sweet spot.
yeah. So we have 5 and 9 coming that
Mm-hmm.
we've done some pretty considerable upgrades to it. My personal favorite is their dual voltage, dual hertz motors. So if you're on a rooftop
Oh,
and
let's
it's
go.
you to that system and you need to wire that thing up to 230, it's literally flip a switch, put a pigtail, plug it in, and you can
Let's
run that thing
go.
off at 230. So really super stoked about those. So those will be in again probably mid to late July. And then obviously the backpack, the digital manifold. Um, there's a couple of skunk work things that are in the mix that particularly revolve around some of the pain points that you guys deal with on a daily basis. Like I want to see how fast I can pull a vacuum and if I can do it successfully. It may not be the most efficient way, but I'm pretty sure I can pull a vacuum wicked fast. And I pull that inspiration kind of from the automobile industry that there are some things out there that are used to that literally can suck a hole in the atmosphere and they do a really good job of doing it and they're pretty efficient at doing it and they so it's to me it's pulling that vacuum hard and fast and then maintaining it and I think it can be done. So, if I can take
Let's
something, a job
go.
that takes 30 minutes to an hour and I can cut it to 10 to 15 minutes, to me, that's a win. And then I need to look at other pain
All
points.
day long.
Originally it was running a new line set or having to clean a line set with flushed. We developed the line set cleaner. That's now saving everybody time. Looking at those pain points that everybody has to go through on a daily basis. Doesn't matter what brand tool you use. It's what can we do to help you guys better the process, but also speed up the process to where you're still doing a quality job, but it gets the job done, and you can therefore service more customers on a daily basis. Or if you want to go fishing in the afternoon, either one, either one.
Yeah.
I love that. What
Um,
was I getting ready to ask? Damn. Oh, so let me ask you on this line set cleaner. What is the design PSI you want to shoot the pigs through?
So 70
Does it
psi
not even
is what
fucking
we.
matter?
No, not really. It doesn't. You could actually slow it down to like 45, 50. But 70 psi is what we recommend. Now,
Okay.
if you run into, say, a line set that has a kink in it, or you found an obstruction, you can turn it up to 100 to try to push it through. But then try not to go above that. Now,
Okay.
that gun is designed to grenade if you hook it up to a unregulated nitrogen source. I can confirm that it will do that in a spectacular fashion. But it doesn't damage anything. It
I
just
love
blows
it.
an O-ring and a spring out the back of the gun. That's all it does. So
yeah, I saw Jake was kind of
Oh,
like scared
yikes. Okay.
to lose that.
Noted. Y-
you know,
yeah,
taking what
bro.
we
I put that
learned
joint.
with yeah,
I specifically for some reason had 50 in my head.
yeah,
And I put it at
50,
50
50
and I
will
was
do
like,
it.
gosh, shit, it didn't go through or whatever. Because in Florida here, our line sets but I boosted it up and then it just shot out that a dude inside. I had the net on it on the inside. He was like, scared the shit out of me, bro. You could have gave me a warning.
That's when you. It's when you
I
give
was like, no, you're
the
good.
apprentice you
Little
don't like the
PTSD,
task of, hey,
Iraq.
go catch that. Yeah, yeah. If you want to put a bunch of flush in the
Yeah.
line set,
Oh, you're
then
good.
tell the guy you don't like, yeah, go catch that pig.
So let me ask you real quick. Did anything
Yes, let's get
change?
back to that'll be a game.
You're saying that there's more innovation lately. Because some people
Yeah.
asked in the chat earlier about like leak detection. Are you guys gonna go back and upgrade any of the older
Oh yeah.
equipment? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so currently our leak detectors will detect the A12 refrigerants, so 454B, 32, it'll detect those. We don't have anything that'll do an A3 or even a combustion analyzer or anything like that. So definitely looking at some of those technologies that kind of wrap everything together, but also give you the sensitivity that you guys need. I'm not going to get into the ultrasonic game. I don't want to have a $2,000 leak detector personally. I'll leave that to the people that actually focus on leak detection.
Dude.
I focus on providing great tools at a great price to get the job done, or at least make everybody's job easier. If I was to hyper focus on leak detection, yeah, I'd probably have super expensive leak detectors. But you know,
Yeah, there's that
I'll
one
let
$5,000 one that's coming out.
yeah, I'll let them keep that. Thanks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather get into a press tool market personally, but that's me.
Ooh, yes. Uh,
There you
Me and
go.
Jake talk about press tools.
Speaking of which, not
Speaking of
yet.
which,
It- it- yeah, there we go.
we can sit here and argue which
This
connectors
nice
are more
9 amp hour
popular.
battery look good on a press tool.
Well, but
Yeah,
you don't need that. How many presses are you going to do with it? I think a 2 amp hour will last 2 months.
for me it does.
For well, yeah, on a
Dude,
press
all
tool.
day
No, you
long.
put
Yeah,
that.
that's
Yeah,
yeah.
you put that in a true production environment where they're putting together a skyscraper with it. Yeah, okay, yeah, the 9 amp hour battery is going to work, but they're probably also going to have the 64 kiloton whatever gripper thingamajigger that'll do it all. So yeah, no,
Mike's like, did Curtis say he's out? Riley wanted to go to bed? It, I don't know. He always wants to dip out
Yeah, it's
sometimes.
usually about that time, bro. Look,
Yeah. What else was I
quarter
gonna
after,
ask
he's
you?
like, "Yo, guys, it's my bedtime."
Yeah, we were talking about the manifold. So I'm
mm-hmm.
excited. I mean, I know that's been pushed back a little bit, right? That's the one you said was I don't know if you had a date
Yeah,
for it. Was that the
So I'll
July?
actually, so yeah, it starts. So yeah, it'll be. I'm guessing mid to late July,
Okay.
but I'll have some production samples to pass out for you guys to definitely test.
I Hey, I
Um,
will say because like on that battery, even on the pump, are you guys, you know, customize? Because like obviously it's like a Makita platform, right? Like, but it
it
has
is.
that green little light on it. I'm like, you guys really stick to that green theme there.
We absolutely do. I mean, if you want to talk green, we go green theme every which way we can. Um,
Let's go.
so yeah, it's that was kind of the brand thing. Is that, believe it or not, I had to get approval from marketing on that color green screen for that digital
Yeah.
manifold as well as the green light on the battery. So no, we did look
It's
into using that battery powered platform for the manifold itself, and it just made it really bulky. And I was like, you know what, we can literally do 4 AA batteries. I'm good with that. So
okay. And I have no problem with that either, but me and Jake have talked about backlights. He actually went up to Philpiece and was asking him, "Could you please stop using the blue light because like it's hard to see." And when I started using more of the Hillmore products, it's something about that green that pops. Like you can actually see it
yeah,
very clearly, and I'm starting to like it a lot.
I thoroughly enjoy it, but it's also easier on the eyes. Us old folks, when we have to
Yeah,
hold things way out in front of us to read, you don't have to do
yeah.
that as much with that green light. So it's nice.
I'm getting up there, so it's it's easier for me
Yeah.
too. But we were talking about manifolds earlier before all this messed up, but
Yes.
um, like you said, that manifold that's coming out, I'm actually looking forward to seeing it because it does everything that it should. Because I've been kind of reviewing some others that they might look pretty, but they don't do, and that's why I made that comment. Superheat subcool. They don't do anything else. They're just an analog with a screen.
Mhm.
And you guys are doing, you said the basics, but it's still
Yeah.
superheat subcool because you have the plug-in for the clamps. It's just, your
Yeah.
readout. And I'm a numbers guy. I don't need it to be a needle. I don't need it to be, like you said, color display. That's kind of the manifold that I like is just give me the numbers and let me know what the system's doing, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah. And it's going to do super subcool delta. It's got 88 loaded refrigerants, which is more than any that are
Oh yeah,
in the lower end tier.
88. Yeah, that's
But
that's more.
you can't. It's not
sounds like a
upgradable.
higher
So
number than the other company.
when we go to when instead of A2Ls we go to B2Ls, or even everybody just starts using ammonia or propane tanks from Lowe's, it may or may not be able to do those. So we'll have to upgrade to a different manifold. But um, the refrigerants that are loaded in there, it'll cover. I'm going to say 99.9% of the systems out there, even in some of the light commercial refrigeration systems. So now
Yeah, I
you referred back to the old analog manifold, digital analog manifold. We did that like 10 years ago, and it didn't work out too well.
oh really? I missed
I
that.
I, I wasn't there,
Hmm.
Okay.
but find an old timer and ask them about the old Hillmore digital manifold or digital analog manifold, and you'll probably get a good 30 to 45 minute story out of it.
Okay. That's interesting.
Google.
Yeah, because
We're
like
Googling it.
at that point, I would say just
Yeah,
buy an analog, right? Like if it can't do
100%.
more, then don't. So that's awesome. I'm looking forward to that one. People still ask me why. I just like to use a manifold sometimes. I use them on startups. I hook up all my clamps, hook up the hoses, and we're good to go. And I'm someone that
Yes.
appreciates, like you said, I don't think you're going to need another manifold for a good while after this A12 change
Yeah.
because I was a guy that ran around with a PT chart in my back pocket. Like I can do the conversion if I need to. But if it's
Right.
having, like you said, the most because I think the other ones have like 70. You said you have 80 something, so you're already a little bit
Yeah.
ahead there. And
Yeah.
yeah, I was talking to somebody and I was like, remember when we had to actually get like the new 410A like analogs, right? Because you needed that extra pressure, that reading that the
Mhm.
old ones couldn't. I do refrigeration, so I deal with like 134, 404, now
Right.
410A, and all the new A2L. So I don't think any of those are going to be much higher than, what we have right now, like PSI wise.
Right. Yeah. I don't think we'll go higher. I actually think we'll take a step back before we go forward again. So,
Interesting. All right,
but
man.
that's my personal opinion, though. So,
We'll see how it goes. I mean, we can't even get the damn
yeah.
new refrigerant right now, anyway.
Well, I was gonna say, if you got a couple of
Stop
pallets,
talking
that's as good
about
as
it.
gold right now. It's like wood
I
was
w-
during COVID.
I
Sure.
wish, man. I wish I
Yeah.
bought some.
Yes.
Um, Jake, anything you want to end on or ask? I think he's on a delay.
Nah, man, I really appreciate what you're doing for all of our techs out, just your innovation, your passion for it. You get excited. You think more than just dollar signs for the business. You think dollar signs for our businesses and productivity for technicians. And I think it's really fudging awesome. So
Well,
thank you.
I appreciate it. And it's the thought process of the more money I save you guys, the more money you'll spend on my stuff. So
There you go.
it's a win-win situation for
Baby,
everybody.
let's go.
Yeah, but I've got to keep coming with the cool shit because if I don't,
Absolutely.
then that's what I've got to
Hey,
make sure
yeah.
I work with you guys and work with the technicians and provide what you guys want. So
Yeah, just stay on top of it. And that's what I've been begging other companies to do. So, I mean, I'm not saying you got to give everybody free shit. Like that's not what I'm saying. But I mean, that does help with the demos and the testing and all that. But
yeah,
get our feedback because we're the ones out there in the field.
yeah. Real quick, Joshua Larson. Yes, I already have them in the Hillmore lineup. They do R32, 454B, and 410A gauges.
I was gonna say, man, like we used to be
Boom.
we like I've always used Hillmore and maybe not everything Hillmore, but I've used Hillmore and they were a big like fan favorite in our company from a lot of guys. My little brother loves Hillmore. I think he just loved the look of it, which I will give you.
Yeah,
The black and green, everything looks good.
yeah,
Um, but
absolutely,
yeah, you guys do everything. I'm actually interested in using like some of you guys analogs and stuff like that. Um, and like you said, they're A2O now. Everything's A2O ready.
absolutely. And if you want an analog manifold, let me know. I'll send you one.
I think I talked to Al already, but I'll check with him.
Here we go.
Um,
When I send you the digital manifold, I want you to check it against that analog manifold. That's what I want you to do.
there you go. We will do that.
Hook
Will
up
do.
that yellow
Hell
one, hook up
yeah.
the orange one, hook up the
That's
black one with all the
awesome.
big handles and cool crap on it. I said, I want you to test all of them because I guarantee you I'll be right there with the accuracy.
Okay, that's all I asked for.
And then
Bam.
then I'll send you, we'll do a comparison of how many Hillmores can you buy for the price of the one yellow for the price of the black one for the newfangled
See,
orange one.
see, that's my whole thing, man. Like my audience, the guys that I
Let's
talk to,
go.
it's like kids buying their own shit. Like I can't, with good faith, tell them to go buy something that costs twice the price of something that does exactly the same thing. Like
Hmm.
you can't.
Yeah, agreed.
All right, man. Well, I'm gonna close it out. I know there's some people still watching, but I'm sure it'll post and I'll go through it. And I appreciate you for coming out, making the time, and chatting with us.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Look forward to it.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
I'm gonna hit the outro. I'm gonna sit still. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm gonna hit the outro and we'll see what happens. We'll see you guys next time.
Later, y'all. Come on, where's Kurt? I'll do his drums because he's not here. Here we go. Come on. That gets me every time.